Welcome back to my channel. I'm Valerie. This is Bright Life Mom. Today I have for you a grocery haul. So if you've been around the channel or want to hang around the channel, I'd love for you to hit subscribe. What you're going to find here is grocery hauls, mom life. I am married. I have a husband, and then I've got 3 kiddos, 6, 3, and 1. That's why you see the bar going through the hutch doors there to keep the 1-year-old out of the hutch. But we are a family of 5. We live in the Midwest. I am a working mom, and what you're going to find here on this channel is bright line eating, family friendly bright line eating recipes, grocery hauls, mom life, and just trying to figure it out as we go. So for this week, I have for you again a grocery haul, a couple of things that are affecting this week's haul. I am actually headed out on girls weekend. I'm so excited. I have not been away or had a break since the littlest was born, and he just turned 15 months, and probably before that. If I'm honest, this group of friends, this is our my college best friends. We have not really gotten together since it was winter time of 2019, I think. And we got stuck in the snow. So we're going in July this time, no snow. We're going to the middle of nowhere, Kansas, and just unplugging for the weekend. So I am excited about that. So I've bought food for that, and I will tell you about that as we go. But then that also meant I was getting food for my family for the weekend in concert with my husband of what he was going to make, what he was going to want to make for himself, what he was going to want to make for the kids, or what the kids will realistically eat, all that good stuff. So that's what I have for you this week. Just so you know, if you're new to the channel, I will have some Bright Line eating compliant food. It'll be at the end. I will give a warning. My husband and I eat Bright Line pretty much. I mean, I've been really good about it. My husband's been a little fuzzier, but we eat on the Bright Line eating weight loss meal plan for right now. We are transitioning our kids to less sugar, less flour, but we have not completely eliminated it from their diets. So I will have some non-compliant food towards the end of the grocery haul to show you of what I got for them this week. And I will give you a warning if you want to turn away before that. I totally understand and respect that. I think that's it. Let's get into it. All right. I like to start with the produce because that's the majority of what's here. As you know, on Bright Line Eating, that is the majority of what we eat. So let's see. Let's just start here. I have 2 pounds of the mini cucumbers. I made this week a cucumber salad that was amazing. I will be doing a video on it in the next week or so when I go to make the next round. I'm also going to be taking it this weekend with me on Girls Weekend. So that took 2 pounds of cucumbers to make 5 servings, obviously other things too, but for right now, mini cucumbers. Again, summertime, it's delicious, it's refreshing. If you want these recipes, by the way, in the description box below, the first link will be a link to my recipe plan, my meal plan, how I do my Bright Line eating, shopping, grocery haul, trips, all of it, my grocery list, all of that is in the first link in the description box. You can get those recipes. The recipe will be in there this week, and the video to come on how to make the cucumber salad. It's amazing. So red onion, actually, for the same thing, for the cucumber salad. I have 3 bags, 1, 2, 3. It's of the organic broccoli florets. I ordered the regular, 2 pounds, or I guess 3 pounds, broccoli florets. They substituted the organic, 3 bags, the organic, whatever, that's fine. We're going to be using these for roasting broccoli or for salad makings for the weekend. For the girls' weekend, I volunteered to do breakfast. so that I could control my grains and my everything for breakfast. And then I volunteered to bring all of the salad makings for lunch and dinner. And then my friends will be providing the protein and if they want any desserts or anything else that they want to eat. So that's how I'm managing my Brightline eating while traveling and while being with folks who are not necessarily, they're pretty healthy eaters, but they're not necessarily following the exact plan I am, is I volunteered to bring breakfast and I volunteered to bring all the veggies for salads for the other meals. And then they're going to fill in with the proteins and whatever else that they want that they can eat. So moving on. Broccoli, shredded carrots, again for salad. We also may roast these, but shredded carrots for salads. The organic spring mix. This is one thing I buy organic, I think because it's pretty much the same price. I'm not super picky about organic versus not. I'll usually end up with it if it's a substitute like the broccoli. And this spring mix, I think I typically get the organic because that's what's available and it's the same price. So 16 ounces of that. I think that's about $5 or so. So that'll be for salads for the weekend. Tomatoes, I got 4 pints of tomatoes because summer, and they're beautiful and they're tasty. And oh my gosh, we've been roasting these. We got a new air fryer. If you saw my last video, we got a new air fryer and I have been roasting these in the evening with mushrooms and peppers. And that's how I've been eating my 14 ounces of vegetables at dinner. It's been delicious. And then with whatever other protein is available, they're so, so good. So 4 things of tomatoes. Carrots, I ordered the 5-pound bag. They substituted individual pound bags. I think I only got 4 of them, so that's kind of a bummer. But whatever, we'll get more. We go through it for sure. Whole carrots, we have been making carrot fries whenever we're giving the kids burgers for dinner, which has been a little more than usual these days. But again, summer, July 4th, all that stuff. We've been making carrot fries. And my husband said last night, I made it for him when I had the tomatoes and the peppers and the mushrooms. He doesn't care for those vegetables. I made him air fried roasted broccoli and carrots. And he's like, you could make that every day. So he's loving the carrot fries as well. And I could put the recipe for that, which was super simple, but the recipe and how to do that is in the description as well. It'll be on the link for the description as well. Okay. What else? Peppers, Sweet Point, these sweet peppers. I got 3 bags. I went through 3 bags last week by myself. I'm pretty much the only one that will eat these. Again, I like to roast them. I like to put them in salads. They go in the cucumber salad. I eat at least 3 bags of these a week. I will take them on the weekend as well for salad makings and for potentially roasting them. So sweet peppers, so good. Okay, a couple of frozen veggies. Chopped spinach, the breakfast that I'm making for girls' weekend. Again, recipe will be in the box. The egg recipe that I'm going to make for Sunday morning is like eggs and spinach and sausage, kind of an egg bake. That's really all it is. Eggs, spinach, sausage, cheese, a little bit of milk for texture. So frozen spinach for that. And then 6 bags of frozen broccoli, because before the carrot fries, this was my husband's vegetable of choice. He will eat a bag of frozen broccoli pretty much 1 a day minimum. Of course, he cooks it. I don't mean he eats the frozen broccoli, but he will eat up one of these bags at least once a day. He'll have this with ham for lunch, or this with ham for dinner, or this with chicken for dinner, that kind of thing. So it's his simple, fast, and easy to take to the office if he is going to the office to work lunch. I mentioned I'm a working mom. I work from home, so I make my own lunches in my own kitchen at home, which is very, very helpful. He kind of splits time. Andrew kind of splits time between work and here, the office, and here at home. So this is a good one for him to take. It's easy and pretty darn cheap. So, all right, so moving on to the fruit produce, a double pint or whatever they call it, 32 ounces of strawberries, because we go through at least one of these a week. This will stay at home for the family this weekend and into next week. They will go through it. faster than my next order. I guarantee it. They eat a ton of strawberries, but that's good. That's a good choice. And it's, easy. I'll cut them all up before I leave so that they have them all prepped. I've got two things of blueberries here. The big one, 24 ounces to stay at home, because again, the baby, the 15-month-old, will eat these every single morning. If we need to put him in the chair to get a few minutes to finish prepping dinner, put blueberries down, he is a happy, happy, happy boy. So tons of blueberries. And then I got 1 pint to take with me on the girls' weekend for the oatmeal bake that I am making on Saturday for breakfast. So that's like an overnight oats, warm oats, milk. Oh, what else is in there? There's walnuts; those are coming up. The blueberries, everything baked into one. There's eggs in there to keep the texture, all that good stuff. So, one to go with me, one to stay at home. Okay, bananas. We ended up with 5 bananas. They go through those pretty quickly too. And then 6 apples. I think that was all it let me order. We like the Ambrosia Gold apples. Those are my husband's favorite. He feels they have better flavor than the Gala or whatever. Walmart has been having an interesting thing with their apples. They say on their app that these are like 3 cents a pound, and they have been honoring that price. I don't know. And again, in the store, they're a lot more than that. They're like $1.30 each. But on the app, they ring up as only 3 cents a pound. So like I think I'll put it on. I'll put the number up. But these apples were almost free, and they have done that every time I have ordered. Today, by the way, I do order on the app. I typically do Walmart pickup. They were having all kinds of issues with the app last night when I was trying to do this. I could not set a pickup until Monday. Again, I don't know if that was because they're just busy or if there was something goofy in the app, but I could not set a pickup until Monday, and that obviously wouldn't work with going away for the weekend, so I had it delivered. So while I was in my work meetings this morning, my groceries showed up on my doorstep, and I just came up to set them out and film them for you and then put them away. Have I said how much I love Walmart Plus and Walmart delivery? Love it, love it, love it. So, so easy. I love being able to grocery shop from my bed, which I did this morning because I realized I forgot some things. And when I woke up, I still had time to get them in on my delivery today, and they're here instead of me having to make another trip. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so moving on to meat. This sausage is the only meat I got this week. This is the sausage for the egg bake for Sunday morning on the girls' weekend. Okay, so why do I have not a lot of meat? One, my freezer is stocked. I buy meat in bulk from Sam's and all of that. So my freezer is still stocked with frozen chicken breast, frozen ground beef, frozen pork chops, all that kind of stuff. So we just pull those out, we vacuum seal them up, pull them out at one or two at a time to have. So this is the only meat I needed this week. That obviously also helps me stay on budget. I will put the total spent on the screen as well, but that is how I stay on budget, is I buy my meat in bulk and freeze it up. So that's the only meat we needed this week. Everything else we already had, and we're eating a lot less of it. So we've been doing Bright Line eating only since May. It is now July. So we are eating a lot less when you only eat 4 ounces of chicken, in my case, right? Or 6 ounces in my husband's, or of one burger and all of that kind of stuff. We also have frozen hamburgers in the freezer because my kids live on them. So all that good stuff. So that's the only meat we need this week. Okay, dairy, Baby Bell. So these are on plan. These are BLE compliant, but that's actually a kid food. James, my 6-year-old, goes back to a camp this week, or starts a new camp this week that he needs required to bring his lunch. So that's a good snack and something to throw in his lunches. Baby Bells. Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. I go through at least one of these a week. I'll also be taking either this one or the one I have left over in the fridge to Girls Weekend, because yogurt with the oatmeal bake is a good topping for that oatmeal bake that I'm making on Saturday. So plain Greek yogurt. Again, not even the vanilla. The vanilla has sweetener and all that good stuff, so you got to do the plain. Milk, 2, because one stays, one goes with me. Right? We drink 2%. So full gallon of milk to stay here, half a gallon of milk to take with me on Girls Weekend for like the eggs and the oats and just stuff like that. I don't drink a lot of milk. I don't drink any milk really, but I'll take that one with me. Eggs, again, kind of split. I bought an 18 pack. I will leave some here, but I think I will take a whole dozen with me for both the oatmeal bake and the egg bake. Feta cheese, that goes in the cucumber salad I was talking about. So it's the cucumbers, the peppers, the red onion, tomato, and then a feta. And then it has a dressing, which is actually the apple cider vinegar goes in that because I used up all of my apple cider vinegar last time when I was making that. So it's an apple cider vinegar and garlic and spices. It's an all-free dressing. There's no oil in it, so it doesn't count as the fat. The cheese counts as your fat in that. And so it's super good. I'm on day 3 or 4 of eating that for lunch every day, and I am not tired of it at all. It's delicious. So feta cheese for that. Shredded cheese for the egg bake for breakfast. That's what'll go with me. My family goes through about twice this size. That's what I usually order for the family. We've got one that's about twice this size in the fridge already, and most of it is still there. So I didn't get any for them, for us this week. This will just be to go with me on girls' weekend. Chopped walnuts for the oatmeal bake. I did not feel like chopping my own. I think the recipe I have actually calls for pecans, but they were astronomically expensive. I think the same size bag was like $16 for pecans. So I substituted walnuts. So chopped walnuts, and again, that way I don't have to chop them. I'm willing to pay for that little bit of convenience. All right, and then again, pantry, the only thing really is the apple cider vinegar, and then I did restock a little bit of tea. I've been liking this lemon ginger herbal tea. I gave up coffee when I started Bright Line eating because I couldn't put sugar in it anymore. I used to be a sweet and low person, so I couldn't put that in anymore, and I just kind of lost the taste for it. So I noticed how much it was keeping me awake. So now that I've gone away from coffee, or if I do indulge in coffee, I drink only decaf, and again, nothing in it, no milk, no sugar, no sweetener, nothing. And so I sleep a lot better. But instead of like when I still want that hot drink in the morning, or I still want that hot drink after dinner, that kind of thing, that I go with the herbal tea. Okay, so that is the Bright Line eating haul, the family haul, the girls' weekend haul for this week. Again, beautiful, beautiful produce. It is so yummy. It is amazing what difference your taste buds make when you give up the flour and the sugar. It just is so yummy. Okay, and then I will be back with, again, this is your warning, I will be back with the kids' haul that does include some non-BLE compliant food. This is it for the kids' food this week. And we are transitioning them to eating more and more of what we are eating. It is a little bit of a challenge with a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old. The 1-year-old doesn't care. He'll eat whatever we put in front of him. He's loving the vegetables and the fruits and all of that. So that's not an issue. But the 6-year-old and the 3-year-old have gotten used to their food, their sugar, their flour. So this is what we've got for them this week. Again, if you want my kids list, my kids grocery list that I look at every single week to decide if we need to restock, it's in the description box below. First link will be where to get that. My family friendly meal plan and grocery list for both the BLE compliant and the kid stuff. So this is all we got for the kiddos this week that's specifically for them and not on our plan. Hamburger buns, they're going to be doing burgers this weekend while I'm out of town. So hamburger buns, bread for sandwiches, or obviously whatever else over the weekend or just in general. And then these Uncrustables. So as I mentioned, James is going back to camp next week where he's going to need to bring a lunch. I had learned from him going to the outdoor camp, the city camp, the last couple weeks, this was so much easier than packing him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I tried 3 different ways to make him peanut butter and jelly that didn't get soggy, that he'd actually eat, that didn't make a mess, and I couldn't get it. And then I thought, why not just make it easy on yourself? And we tried these. He took these for the last week of camp. So we went 3 weeks of struggling with lunches, and then he took these for the last week of camp, and it was no struggle. The lunchbox came back empty every night. and it was no mess, and it was super easy, and they defrosted. These are frozen. They defrost by the time he wants them at lunchtime. Done. So why do I have two? Because Walmart's app was being weird. It said when I put the big one, because there's 10 and I do send them with 2 a day. The big one, it said I put it in my cart, and then as I was checking out, it said save for later and pulled it out of my cart. The app did by itself. And I'm like, okay, so did that not go? Like, and then it wasn't showing up on like my confirmation and all of that. So I got confused, and it said it was. Then I went back in to make sure it was there, and it said it was out of stock. Okay, so I ordered a small one just in case, and I ended up with both. Whatever. They freeze, they keep. He'll go through them. There'll be plenty to share with younger sister when she's home over the weekend, whatever. They will definitely not go to waste. So I ended up with two, the big box of 10 and a small box of 4 of the Uncrustables. So that's it for kid food this week. So I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul, and maybe it gave you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of hope going into this week, like a few ideas that you can use for your own family. That is the goal of this channel, is to figure out this bright line eating plan for, as we figure it out for us and for our family, that we want to share it with you and hopefully give you some inspiration and some motivation to stay on plan and to bring your family along with you and not get into being a short order cook where you're making peanut butter and jelly for your kids because you've cooked for yourself, and maybe you've cooked something separate for your spouse, and maybe you're cooking something separate for your kids. That's how I started on Bright Line Eating, and it was not sustainable for me. I couldn't cook that way, and it felt irresponsible to be continuing to feed my kids the junk that I had been eating and that they had been eating, that we grew up on, that they were growing up on. And so that is what I want to provide for you as well. I certainly do not do it perfectly. I do not do momming perfectly. I do not do parenting perfectly. I do not do bright line eating absolutely perfectly, right? But we do it unstoppable. I want to be unstoppable with my eating. I want to be unstoppable with my parenting, like Susan Pierce Thompson teaches us to be. So that is the purpose of this channel. That is my hope for you. And as I said, I hope you got some inspiration out of our groceries this week. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, time with your family, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you in the next video.